So Kevin Durant finally reveals what made him distance himself from the Golden State Warriors, and the timing of this drop just it reveals to you that this is truly a petty league. After Draymond Green had his dust up with Steve Kerr is when all of a sudden the revelations of this interview come about. But before we hear from Kevin Durant, let's take a listen to Draymond Green being a little bit petty in regards to his 2022 championship, rubbing it in the face of Kevin Durant.
2022 wasn't really a championship team. Like, are the championship teams that I've been on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really a championship team. And I'll tell you, like, after every series, me and Steph would be walking to do an interview after we won a series. And we walk and laugh.
Yeah.
And we laugh like, yo, how?
How are we
Like,
doing this shit?
How are we winning, like, these series right now? And we literally laugh like, this is funny. But that's also when Steph took that next step of like, nah, I'm really one of them GOATs. Like,
for sure.
And he carried us. But that was the toughest one. We weren't favored. Like,
hell no.
Everybody was calling us too small. Boston, they too athletic, they too big.
Yeah.
We didn't stand a chance. And we went and made it happen. So that one was my favorite one.
Okay.
And then also, you know, I told KD, I'm gonna win when you leave here.
Out the gate.
And
You did that shit.
I did that.
Yeah.
So that one was the most fulfilling for me.
And even though it was fulfilling for Big Body Dre, it's a complicated relationship the Warriors have with Kevin Durant, because what never gets talked about is how that 2016 team lost a lot of their role players, guys like Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut, who gave him great protection in the paint, Barbosa, Brandon Rush. By the time KD had his next 2 seasons in Golden State, that bench was very thin, and it got exposed in that 2019 finals. But right here, Kevin Durant speaks on the tough lesson that he learned after leaving OKC. No one's really gonna love you in the same manner of the team that drafted you. You guys check it out, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
Understanding and being around and knowing Draymond, when that shit happened in LA, I'm like, damn, like, I understand him because he's wears his heart on his sleeve, always speaks from the cuff, and most of the time it's right. You know what I mean? But the shit he said was over the motherfucking line.
It was out of line.
So how did that happen? Run me through that?
I mean, it really came out of nowhere. The play happened. I was going to grab a rebound. He came and grabbed it. I'm thinking he's going to just toss it to me and we run up court and I'm going to shoot the shot.
The whole world thinking that, not just you.
Everybody thinking
Draymond,
that.
come off the pill, my nigga. I fuck with you, but come off the rock right there. Everybody in the world knew you supposed to come off the rock.
Yeah, everybody knew that. And we all figured that would happen. And then when it didn't, I was kind of shocked. And then I was just like, oh, Dre, like, let me see that. You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing?
Like, what you doing? Then he turned it over. I'm like, I'm just so confused at that point because he never, ever did nothing like that before. And everybody on the bench was confused too. And then we came back, then I just heard him screaming. And I was like, hold up. He usually screaming when he come back to the bench, but what is he saying? Then he started going off, and I'm just like, maybe it's because I was like fucking pissed that he didn't give me the rock. Because I didn't say nothing. It was just in my body language. I was just clapping and just like,
But for your defense, Clay was pissed too.
Clay
If you
was
look at the
pissed
video,
too.
Clay pissed too. Like, throw one of us the rock.
Yeah.
You know you can't hit a house in the kitchen either.
Yeah,
Get one of
exactly.
us the rock and let us shoot the bitch.
So, man, then he started coming off the top with all of that stuff, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, Draymond is actually my friend. Like, he's somebody I can call when I'm going through anything. Like, yo, bro,
Great dude.
Come through. Like,
Great
damn,
dude.
bro, let's hang out tonight. Like, and for him to say that type of shit to me, it just threw me for a loop.
You know it's going to be a great reveal when all these guys retire and the true stories come out, because something happened that second year when they went back-to-back. Even though they had a flawless season, Steve Kerr had made comments during one of the finals post-game presser. They went through a lot of rough times internally, so we'll definitely be on the lookout for that.
It just really, I just started isolating myself after that because I didn't feel like, you know, they suspended Draymond, but it was just like, they had to so it won't look bad to everybody else. And then nobody talked to me about it or really like, we never really came to an agreement that we didn't even voice nobody as a whole, because it happened in front of the whole team and nobody really talked about it. It was just swept under the rug. And to me, it's just like, we a family. We supposed to like, even if he said that, we can move past it, but let's all talk about it. Let's just say how we all felt about that moment, because that's a huge moment in this whole dynasty. Like, you know what I mean? Don't just sweep it under the rug because we want to win. That's the reason why we're not going to win. You know what I mean? So I was like,
And it may be one of the reasons why Kevin Durant did not rejoin the Warriors, when he had the ability to when he was on the Phoenix Suns. The Warriors were willing to make offers for him, and Kevin Durant has stated out of his own mouth that he will not return to Golden State. And throughout the years, it has always been proven that the Warriors cannot control Draymond Green. The Jordan Poole incident is another example, and this is all after Kevin Durant left.
So I was like, let's just all talk about this. It's not that big of a deal. Like, just put it out on the table, we can move past it. And when that didn't happen, I was just like, fuck it. Let me just hoop and worry about myself. And we went on.
Well, see, I think that probably hurt y'all because if y'all would have came out and he would have heard more people saying, bro, you should have passed the ball. Bro, you should have passed the ball. I think he would have came outside himself and realized, like, you know what, maybe I overreacted.
Yeah, it was.
He never got a chance to say that.
Yeah, I mean, Draymond, we all know what Draymond is, and it's like, it's fine that you want to do that you want to show your emotions and wear them on your sleeve. That's fine. But when it's over the line, sometimes let's just talk about it. So next time you can tone it down just a bit. And I feel like we didn't have the opportunity to do so, because we were so focused on trying to just move forward and win. Right. And I get that too, but it's like, if we're a family and
we gonna hash it out and then we gonna move forward and win.
We done won 2 chips together.
Right.
Bigger than like, this is just some shit we can sit down and talk about.
Well, but certain words gonna come out too, like, we brothers, and I got in fist fights with my brothers, but certain words you don't say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain words you don't say, you know when that line is crossed.
Yeah. Well, I think he realized that too. You mean, like I said, I think us knowing, we all know him, I think he realized he fucked up, he crossed the line, but that's what kind of duty is. But that even makes the point more like, let's motherfucking sit down, have a drink, and really talk about this, all of us.
Me and him sat down and talked about it, and we kind of, you know, I gave him my piece on it, and he told me how he felt on it, but I'm like, it happened in front of the whole team.
That's everybody.
So everybody got to talk about it.
Now, even though that did happen in front of the whole team, they probably didn't really give KD that type of grace because, unfortunately, they didn't draft you, KD. And who knows, maybe he was looking for that superstar treatment, and there was sort of a growing animosity between the way Steph was kind of held up to a certain standard within that franchise versus KD, even though everyone knew that he is the most talented. But it be like that when you go to a new franchise. You're not going to get that extra homegrown love. And I'm sure KD has reflected on some of the negativities of player movement. That doesn't get talked about too much, but there are some drawbacks of that. LeBron is going through that process in his last season in LA. Even Carmelo Anthony spoke about feeling a kind of way about the Nuggets giving Jokic his number as the last pick. So the player movement of the 2010s does have some drawback upon further inspection.
Everybody.
So everybody got to talk about it.
Because everybody fucked with each other. It wasn't like he was forcing it. Everybody really fucked with each other. You know what I mean? So let's sit down and hash that out.
And then again, everybody was thinking you was passing the rock, bro. It ain't just KD, it ain't just Clay. Everybody in the world thought you was coming off the rock.
Yeah, sure.
And you was wrong. Just admit you was wrong. That's the whole thing. I think he had too much pride in the fact that he turned it over, and that made him react that way.
Yeah, but we know shit. Turnovers happen.
Exactly.
And 98% of the
And
time,
he
you're going to make the
one
right
of the best
play.
playmakers on the team.
Nobody really cared if we won or lost that game in the first place. It was just like, we in that situation, let's just go ahead try to finish it the right way. You know, but at the end of the day, nobody really cared about that win or loss. You know what I'm saying?
But this too, great coaches, when you don't get a shot at the end of the game like that, they be pissed. Greg Popovich, he'll sit your ass down the whole game if you fuck up a play coming out of timeout and don't get a shot up at the end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, shit, that'll make anybody pissed if you just turn it over at the end of a game.
I think the media kind of saw that as an entryway to kind of start dividing. These motherfuckers are so good. What can we start doing? What can we start developing to chink this armor?
Facts, especially the LeBron James portion of the NBA media. The Dave McMenamins, the Rachel Nichols, the Shannon Sharps. With the rise of the sports debate culture that was happening around that time, quite a few of the personalities was riding the coattails of LeBron James possibly becoming the GOAT. Because before the Warriors, there was really no one in his way from winning multiple championships in his return to Cleveland.
And I I was only there with y'all for 3 months, but I always saw, to me, when I looked I was like, this is some cold shit, man. The media is cold, man. If you pay attention, these motherfuckers are really telling you what they're doing right in front of your face, but you can't do nothing because they glamour that shit up and put a bow on it. Yep. It was always, to me, KD and the Warriors. It was never the Warriors. Kevin Durant's a part of that team.
And I was looking at it, I was like, hold up. So D West came the same time I came, but he's a Warrior and I'm not. Makes no sense. JaVale McGee, same way. Like, he's a Warrior. Like, Ian Clark, he was there before me, but he left. He didn't win the second championship with us, but it didn't make no sense to me. And I'm like, the media is just trying so hard to separate this thing, and I was just like, for what?
For LeBron, we already know what it is. KD, that was your learning moment at the time because now you developed your own relationship with certain media members, even repairing your relationship with Stephen A. Smith, knowing that these people do shape your image around the masses. And even through that learning experience, KD went on to form his own media company, I believe it's called The Boardroom, with his agent, Rich Kleiman. The media side is something that LeBron James had understood ever since he had went to Miami to form those bonds and relationship and try to control the narrative. That's truly what KD was missing around this time.
You didn't do that with LeBron and D Wade and Bob. Like, you didn't do that with those guys. You didn't do that with KG and Paul Pierce. And you didn't try to separate them. It's like, oh, why are you trying to separate me from the rest of the team? Mm-hmm. And you actually are making this your job. Your duty to do so is to push this narrative every day. People call me wild for calling it out, but I'm just like, no, I think it's corny. It is what it is.
The fact you speak on it makes you, like you said, the fact you speak on the bullshit and you see it, you're bad.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like,
the fact that you're this person, you're just, I'm just supposed to, y'all one of the greatest players ever to play. I'm just supposed to let it go. That's what you want me to do?
Because y'all supposed to be messengers to the fans, and they looking at y'all, and y'all can easily, like, brainwash people with y'all bullshit. And it's not about you. If you're a media guy, nobody cares about you.
Real talk.
It's not about you. It's about what you see on the
court. Take the ego out of it.
Yeah, so like...
Yep. Once again, that was the beginning phases of the online personalities. Look at Stephen A. Smith nowadays. He has his own entrance coming in just to watch the game like any other fan. Within that sports debate world, a lot of it's manufactured, and there's not that much of a difference between the online personalities on television and fandom. Just look how Shannon Sharpe was riding so hard for LeBron James. At the end of the day, he just looked like a fan that happened to have production behind him. There's no real level of expertise or anything.
You're trying to put your whole style and flair on something that got nothing to do with you. This game gonna be here. This game was here before you. It's gonna be here way after you. So nobody cares about you. They don't care about me that much in 40 years, 50 years. They're gonna look for the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, get out the way.
That's why it's so important now, because you think back in the day, pre-social media, whatever they put out is the truth. And we never had a platform. You know what I mean? So that's why I love it when you're out here. I didn't like to use a burner phone. I would have said, fuck it, I'm Kevin Durant, motherfucker. I'm gonna cuss you out. You talk some shit, I'm gonna talk some shit. I'm gonna speak my mind.
I'm still gonna do the burner thing. I'm still gonna do that.
You still on it?
Yeah. There's some shit that you just gotta be like, these folks gonna always
but I'm saying, fuck it, bro. I'm saying if I'm you, like, you know, if you come for me, I'm coming back with you.
For sure. Certain people I'm gonna come back on my regular account, but if I'm gonna try to do my thing,
look out.
You know what I mean?
Look out.
I got the burner.
It's still out there. It's lurking.
I just slipped up that one time. And you know why I slipped up.
Yeah, KD was lit. That's why him and Matt Barnes are on the same wavelength. Yeah, but KD was lit. But it is what it is. It's always amazing to see, in retrospect, how much Draymond Green really cost the Warriors in the long run, not controlling his emotions. The relationship with Kevin Durant and him leaving the Warriors is one. The fallout with Jordan Poole as they had a second variation of their team post Klay Thompson's injury. Also, Draymond Green not controlling his emotions throughout that 2016 season that led to his suspension in the finals, which was really the catalyst for LeBron James and Kyrie to come back in that series. And finally, in 2025, there was a possibility for the Warriors to make a push to get Kevin Durant from the Phoenix Suns, but that relationship was already cooked due to all the things that happened before. Big Body Dre is still a Hall of Famer, but damn, if he could get his emotions in check, this whole version of the Warriors could have a complete different storyline.